So what's up? I'm trying to figure out what is going on with YouTube lately, guys. Like, what is this? What is this nonsense with YouTube lately? Where like everything's not updating. Just everything's not updating, and thumbnails are incorrect. All kinds of stuff. So we're gonna eat some soup and head home. Because I needed to do a few things today. So that took me out of the house today, and we're eating soup now. It's not bad. Who likes you guys like Italian wedding soup? It's not bad. I just don't know what I gotta do to get it across that, you know, it's this sort of thing. Just every time we are on YouTube and there's some sort of troll or some sort of problem, some sort of person that's, well, actually a huge slew of people that are just out there to, you know, cause problems for what you're doing. And I don't know what else to do except, like I said, prove it to you guys in content lately. You know, like I said with the stream that I did this morning, that the unfortunate one that I had to do, and then again, you know, we talked about this earlier, but there's a lot of folks asking for this or that, and then I do this or that, and it was like it was a waste of time. Yeah, it was almost as if like these people wanted me to waste my time just to not watch that content that they asked me to do. So I'm just not doing it anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna make the cut. This is why I had started doing what I wanted to do too for the longest time, and why I was saying that way. I'm gonna make the content I want to make because this is how people are. This is how trolls are. They tell you to make something, but really they're just being trolls. And there are people on this channel that do that regularly, that are here to just act like fools and be trolls and not be supportive. They're not here to be supportive. So I finished my water. Needed another drink and soup. Energy. Yeah, I need I'm somebody that, you know, I gotta keep the, so when I sit, my resting heart rate is lower than the average person. It's when I'm sitting. It's mainly when I'm sitting. So this is why I am allowed to drink these things, and why I am not susceptible to caffeine, like, you know, as much as the next person. And I also process it faster too. I prefer the ones though that use natural caffeine. There's these new energy drinks, like Ghost is one of those ones where you see me drinking that. And a lot of that is caffeinated naturally. I like that. That's good stuff. One of the things that I don't do, unlike most people, one of the things that I don't do is I don't sit here and typically chug, you know, 300 milligrams of caffeine. I don't do that. A lot of people do. They will sit and they will get their energy drinks and they will chug 300 milligrams of caffeine. So this has, 85. So again, this is using more natural ways of caffeinating. I mean, there is caffeine in here. It's just not telling me how much. Yeah, it says it's in here. I actually don't see how much either. Usually with Bang, it's like 300. It's ridiculous. But one thing to note is that you are getting a decent amount of potassium with this one. This one has 85 milligrams of potassium, and then it has the B12 vitamins. So this is using it's using better ways of giving you energy, but I'm still not seeing a number for caffeine. It's interesting how they can get away with not putting that on there. It's not on here. It just says that the third ingredient is caffeine. It's a lot of caffeine. So again, one thing I don't do is I don't sit here and I don't chug them. I also don't really use them for sports. Yeah, I really don't. I use like water and electrolytes like Gatorade and stuff for sports. This stuff, I don't really like it for sports. I like it actually when I'm not doing something active, when I can sort of like just drink a little bit. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, a little dog in a car next to me. But yeah, I like it for that. I didn't realize this person next to me was probably staring at the stream the whole time. That's okay. We'll eat our soup right in front of them. They're gonna be like, who's this guy sitting at Wegmans eating soup? What part of this is interesting? Every part. So anyway, like I said earlier, I don't know what to do except to get on and talk about it. That's all I know how to do, because if I report it, there's more trolls acting like trolls. Can't report it. Nothing happens. I've been reporting this shit for years. Nothing happens. So yeah, I can't report it because nothing happens. You know, there's only so much you can do when you report something over and 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 over, and it's just the same crap. There's only so much you can do. Alright, she's like getting nervous, I think, so I'll pull out. We got a dog here too. We got a little dog. Not my fault the parent decided to park their car right there. The kid right there in the stream. That cute little dog though. That little dog was cute as hell. Oh my goodness. There's more dogs. Oh my goodness. Dogs. Oh my goodness. Dogs. Dogs. I don't want to pet them. I want to pet them. There's a Shake Shack here. That's pretty awesome. Maybe that's something we'll have to do one of these days for content. Yeah, people keep telling me about Shake Shack. And I don't remember if I've been to one or not, because I feel like I was at one before, but it was so long ago I don't remember. So you may as well just say no. And if they're new, then it wasn't a Shake Shack, because the one I went to, I can't confirm if it was that or if it was just some other shake place. Oh man. Oh, that was my antifreeze rolling around. Well, not my washer fluid. Sorry, my washer fluid, not my antifreeze. My washer fluid. Finally got washer fluid. But yeah, finally. After all that time. I needed washer fluid for so long. I finally was able to get that. Oh man, this road is new. They put like a new road here. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, that's funny. I see. I didn't even know that. The old Toys R Us. I don't know if you guys can't see. The old Toys R Us is Penn State Children's Pediatric Center. That's pretty great. I think they're new. I don't think they're open yet because I don't see any cars. I mean, it's Saturday. I think they'd be open, at least for a little bit. I don't see any cars. I feel like they're not open yet. No one, it's like, oh, I thought it was noon. It's actually 11. It's like 11. I was like, no one's at the mall, but it ain't noon usually people roll in closer to lunchtime. Get the camera up for you guys so you can see more. So this is like right in the center of like the central Lancaster area, and you know, like basically if you're driving through here, you're heading, well, this direction we're heading away, but you know, just the exit we just came from is like you know, that's pretty much where everybody goes. That mall that's right there, Park City. So pretty much everybody goes around here, and we got all these shopping centers to the right there, as you can see, as we go. That's a lot of the stuff that's Lancaster has that people want. You know, it's pretty much just like right here. But then you also have Lancaster City too. That is very much like a city. You have your downtown area, one-way streets. You know, your historic downtown Lancaster. If you drive around there, it is very much like a city. There's like no room, and then all the cars parked in the streets. If you're not careful, you're gonna hit somebody's mirror. It is very much like driving in the city. You know, like just like well, with the thing is, to say it's like Philly isn't accurate, because with Philly, oh, do I gotta get over here? Do we have an arrow for veering me over? It kind of is, isn't it? Can I not get off here right now? Oh yeah, we can't, I don't think we can get off here. New ramp pattern? Okay, alright, so we can. What PA does, they just like throw some shit down and call it construction. Oh my god, what just came off my back seat? So, something just rocketed off my back seat and onto the floor. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, we're fine. That's fine. Yeah, that's not a big deal. It's just my son. Wow, look at this. This is what PA does. I wonder how long they're going to be working on this ramp. So are they trying to add a lane finally? Because this was basically this, for the longest time, for many, many years, I got stuck in traffic at this exact exit. And it just is kind of funny that only now they're getting caught up with that. So are they finally adding a lane to it? That would be nice, because oh wow, look at all that, like in the middle there too. Jeez. Because basically it just, there's so many cars at rush hour, you can't, it's backed up at the same. So like, I don't know what they're doing. They're adding a third lane. Yeah, there's no way they're not adding a third lane here. That's what they're doing. Yeah, that's what they would be doing here. Your Mustang sounds like shit, dude. Just saying. Kind of looks like shit too. His body kit, whatever the hell that is like flapping around all over the place. Tires out. That's not good. You probably can't even pull over here. Oh, okay, good. You can pull over there. Yeah, did you hear that? That's a tire. Hear that? I wonder why. I don't think it's pulling. Yeah, truck. You hear that? That a truck? That's a tire. That's why I wanted to pass him immediately. see which one it was, but usually that's a tire. He is driving real slow. He's probably trying to pull over. Yep, he finally pulled over. I see him back there. Yep, he finally pulled over. Look at this Mustang. I can't catch this Mustang. Like, he's just like constantly driving faster. Yeah, like, I'm not gonna say how fast I'm going, but he is going easily 30 over the speed limit. Yep. That's about how fast he's going. And he's got a Mustang that looks like shit's about to fly off the side of it. And he's going like 30 over the speed limit. Just so you all know, 30 over the speed limit on this road is about 100. So yeah, he's going about 100. That's about how fast he's going. Just so you all know, triple digits. He's going about 100. And the crazy thing is, you notice how he's only just sort of catching up to the cars? That's because everybody on this road drives too fast. Yeah, this is like, I actually heard somebody call this road the Pennsylvania Autobahn. That's pretty sad because it's so true. It's so true. Oh, see, I thought the speed limit here was 70. See? 65. Yeah, so the traffic flow is that fast on this road. Nobody goes 65. Are you kidding me? Guy in the right lane right now is passing me on the right. Do you guys want to know how fast I'm going? I shouldn't say, because it's significantly over. Yet every single person on the road around me is going about the same speed. This is the problem. People get off the highway and they get onto their normal road and they expect to go this speed. So I wonder how long I was cutting out. Yeah, I wonder. Also, I noticed that at the moment that I came back, there was a concurrent in here. Yeah, so I wonder who's causing problems. But again, this is the issue. We get on the highway, and everyone wants to drive as fast as possible. We are going significantly over the speed limit. But as you can see, this is traffic flow. Traffic flow today in the right lane is roughly about 10 over. So everyone in the left lane is now going about 5 to 10 over that. That's right. Everyone in the left lane is going roughly 85 to 90 miles an hour. This is Pennsylvania. This guy barely put his signal on. He literally just got in the lane, just barely put his signal on. This is what people do with their lives these days. This is why I don't want to literally fucking drive anywhere. I don't want to be out with people. People don't give a shit about anybody but themselves anymore. They just want to get on the road. See that guy? He's just driving as fast as possible. I thought maybe he was trying to catch up to traffic flow. Nope. This guy is just driving as fast as possible in that left lane. And if he would happen to get behind somebody that's also in the left lane and passing, and he's going faster, he's going to immediately get impatient and start swerving back and forth. That's what they do. So again, right now, I am still going over the speed limit. Again, right now, I am still about 5 over the... I'm like struggling to catch up to the cars in the right lane. Nobody goes the speed limit. Literally nobody. Nobody. Not a single person. And this is the highway. Again, I am going over. Not saying how much, but that's the point, is even a little bit. and the entire right lane is just going faster than me. And police can't document this, because when police try to get on and say anything about this, if they would do this in their own time, first of all, it looks a certain way. Secondly, when police try to do this and they want to try to like document that, is that even if they're in an unmarked car, people recognize this and start being triggered and they slow down. The moment someone thinks it's a cop that's watching them, they stop doing it. Every freaking person on the road that I see that does that thing where they're flying up on me, the very second that somebody comes up behind them, they slam their brakes on and do it to the person that's behind them. And now the person behind them is starts swerving back and forth and doing it to them. I see it all the time. This is a pattern of behavior. It's every single person on the road, because they literally don't have patience. They can't just drive. So that's my point, is that I see those patterns. Even with the people that do it to me, the very second that somebody comes up behind them and starts doing it to them, they slam their brakes on. And the other person starts doing it to them. It's literally just everybody road raging everybody. Everybody triggering everybody. It really is absolutely pathetic. You can see the bits and pieces on the road from when there was an accident here earlier. So that's the point, guys, is like anytime I even get outside the house and start driving on the road, it's literally just non-stop harassment from all other drivers. Non-stop. It's really sad that Americans can't coexist anymore. This is what's causing, other people in other countries, they will use this against us. They will. That's the point. That was always the point that I made with scammers and stuff, is that they love being trolls and causing fights between streamers, because they did it. They know they did it, and they will brag to their people about it. That's really how this works. It's sad, but it exists. And the more that we, try to, think it doesn't, the more that, they win, the more that they will be allowed to continue to do those things. And at the same time, what's sad is all it is somebody manipulating others' feelings. That's all it is. And people are just allowing it to happen. Like adults, are just allowing this to happen. But anyway, the point is, we're not talking about me driving too slow and being, driving under the speed limit. We're not talking about that. What we're talking about is me driving the speed limit and people just flying up on me from like a mile away. And you guys have seen it. And, then they just start swerving back and forth. That's what we're talking about. And we're talking about people that consistently can't keep a safe distance behind you. And the idea is that these people are probably scammers, some of them. Some of them legitimately want to run scams so that, you know, you brake hard and they slam into you or something. I got news for you. You rear-end somebody in Pennsylvania, it's your fault. Yeah, don't try that shit in Pennsylvania. Also, you see that impatient car that went around on the other side of the road? I don't know if you guys saw that. He got all super impatient just because he was waiting for somebody to turn. Like, there's a giant puddle or somebody's yard. I get around, but he got all impatient and splashed up the puddle and everything. Like, that's the point I'm making, guys. Is like, people will intentionally do things that constantly damage their car. I want to take care of my vehicle. That's why I want to drive the speed limit all of the time. It's also why I drive like a little bit slow when I turn and stuff like that. Yeah, that's it. I'm not driving slower than the speed limit. If anything, oftentimes when someone's behind me, I assume they're just morons and don't know that their speedometer is probably off because they don't care. So therefore, they're always driving a little bit over or under the speed limit. So they never cared to bother to actually see if their speedometer's off. So the whole time they're driving, they probably think, oh, maybe I'm going this speed, but really they're not. And their speedometer's like 5 or 10 off or a little bit off. I had one that was like 7 off the whole time I owned a car. And so it's like people that just don't know how to test their own speedometers or just don't care to do that. The entire time they're driving, they're thinking they're going a certain speed. I wonder if sometimes it's actually faster. Yeah, wouldn't that be nuts? So we, all the time, we get these, guys behind me that just literally act like fools, driving like that. And then, wow. Yeah, somebody's trying to mess with the stream. Yeah, somebody's causing a problem with the stream. Yeah. Well, anyway, what I was going to say was basically just, we're not talking about that. If anything, guys, like most of the time, I'll be perfectly honest with you, most of the time, that's where we're sitting. Okay? I mean, I'm not trying to be dishonest here. Most of the time, really, I am not sitting even at 44. Okay? I really am not. And as you can see, okay, like, I mean, just, it really isn't, and we're not, that's not unreasonable. It's really not unreasonable. There's nobody behind me. As you can see right now, there's nobody behind me tailgating me. Like, this isn't all the time. And nobody thinks this is unreasonable. It's literally just the assholes that didn't leave for work in time or whatever they're doing that they need to do that. And this is like everybody these days. So that's my point, is I'm not being unreasonable. I'm just driving on the road, and some jackass comes flying up behind me and swerving back and forth, trying to pressure me to drive faster. So, like, this is literally all the freaking time. It happened earlier today. Even on that stream earlier, it happened. I mean, you guys saw it. It's literally every time I get in the car. The interesting thing is, the guy behind me is being real nice. Yeah, like, once in a while you'll get people that understand safe distance. But like that's just it. Pay attention to what you're doing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if right now I wanted to just catch up to that car in front of me, it wouldn't be very hard. Yep, I could easily do that. Why would I? Why does it matter? You are just going to get behind another car. You're going to get to another traffic light. There is no reason to do that. There was no reason to even pass. Half the time I wish they would, instead of acting like fools. But there's really no reason to do that. Doesn't get you to your destination any faster. It really doesn't. There is another car. There is another light. Okay? This light changes right now. This might add a whole 15 seconds to my trip. Big deal. Because the idea is it's going to change again, and now I'm going to start moving again. And then those cars are probably going to get stopped at that light down there anyway. That's the point. People don't think this far ahead. They just, oh, I'm just going to get in, drive fast as I can go. You're in my way. Get out of my way. You're in my way. I'm trying to get to work. Oh, you're in my way. You better get out of my way. I'm more important. Big truck. Big truck. Big dick. Ah! That's literally what everybody thinks. I'm so sick and tired of that crap. It's literally, it's so many people. Big truck. Just gigantic truck. And then these are the people flying down the road at 80, 90 miles an hour. And it's like, you don't appreciate how easy it is to kill somebody in an accident with one of those things. It's so messed up, you know? Yeah, exactly. See? They got stopped. Yeah. So that guy I was behind, he's sort of up there a little bit now, but like, again, a whole 15, 30 seconds. Okay? So we're talking seconds here, guys. And if you're shaving off 30 seconds to a minute to 2 minutes, you might want to leave the house a little sooner. Yeah, you might want to loosen up your schedule if that's causing you a problem. It reminds me of an old comedy sketch I heard from one of my favorite stand-up comedians, Brian Regan. Yeah, he was once telling a joke, really funny joke. It's about Pop-Tarts. He said, I was reading a Pop-Tarts box, and honest to God, there was instructions on it that said microwave instructions. That's how he said. He's like, microwave. And again, this is Brian Regan's sketch. This isn't mine. So this is Brian Regan. He wrote this. He said, I give up on this species. Yeah, you need to zap fry your Pop-Tart in the morning. You might want to loosen up your schedule. Yeah, he said, I'm not making up. It said microwave on high for 3 seconds. That's how he said it. Yeah. I feel like I talk like a stand-up comedian. That's how I feel like I talk, and a lot of the way I talk is actually because of that. I grew up sort of watching stand-up comedians and political stand-up comedians and stuff too, Lewis Black and stuff like that. A lot of that had a pretty big impact on me, so a lot of the time when I public speak or I'm speaking in front of people, that's sort of the training, if you will, the muscle memory that's built in is kind of reminding me of all the times I heard something funny from Lewis Black or somebody like that, or Brian Regan, and there was that exclamatory sound to their voice, and it had that impact on me, and that's definitely influenced the way I talk, just as other people have too over the years that I've watched and spent some time actually listening to, and because you guys know I don't watch a lot of streamers. I really don't. So that's fairly limited, but the amount of people that I've actually listened to, like podcasts, radio, and stuff like that, there's quite a lot. And those, it's kind of pretty obvious who they are if you just watch my streams. It's the sort of thing where it's just obvious. Believe it or not, Neil deGrasse Tyson is one of them, but I love space. So I love that series on the cosmos and stuff like that too. But aside from him, the obvious one would be Howard Stern. Sort of grew up listening to him a lot. But other than him, you know, just growing up watching like South Park and stuff like that, and the impact that had. It's not. It's more like the words just flow, and I don't see them as like necessarily bad. You know, just sort of like somebody would. You know, to somebody, the F word is like the end of existence. They hear that, they curl up in a little ball and just want to cry or something like that. You know, for me, I think it's funny, and like it, you know, like that's the point. Is like it's a joke. You're taking. You ever heard of the expression "taking the piss out of something"? That's the point. Is like if you joke about these things, they don't have power. That's the point. The closer we get to joking about. Can I please? Oh my God! Why wasn't the camera facing forward for that one? God, man, I really wanted to show you that one. My stupid freaking collision system goes off when a car is like sitting on a side road. Yeah, so because a car in front of me turned off on the road. It was already on the road. It wasn't even in front of me anymore. And my collision system was like, da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. Piece of crap. My friend was in the car the one time, and he was like, what? He was like, what collision? Yeah, it's because it's so annoying. We'll be listening to music, and it turns all the music down and it just plays this annoying thing. Meanwhile, there's just a car sitting on the side of the road. Yep. Piece of garbage. Yeah. Good job, Ford. Good job. How about updating your systems once in a while? Oh my God. Yeah, I had some issues with the Bluetooth not syncing for the longest time too. Seems like they finally updated that. So again, this is a spot where I have to slow down to 35. So the speed limit goes from 45 to 35. So I always give the person behind me like enough time to slow down. I feel like I'm not like being a jerk about it, you know. He's fine. Yeah, I don't that's fine. And like I don't even really care much if they tailgate. It's when they start doing things like swerving around. Now you have a behavioral issue where you need to react to what I'm doing. So like that's all it is. It's like I get concerned that person is driving on the road. That's concerning. And this is a lot of people. So now because this guy wasn't a jerk, I'll pull over a little bit to the side as they turn so that we can go around easily. I won't sit in the middle of the road. Yeah, it's amazing how I'll be willing to be polite and nice when other people do the same thing for me. It's amazing how that works. See the beautiful sky, so very high, it's like a dragonfly. Immediately I thought of Lenny Kravitz. I wish that I could fly into the sky, so very high, just like a dragonfly. When he like whispers every lyric. I fly above the tree, unholy seeds, whatever the heck he says, to anywhere I please. Oh, I want to get away, I want to fly away, yeah, gotta get away. Who forgot about that song? I forgot about it for a while, and then I heard it the one day. And I was like, man, this song is now stuck in my head for another century. That's all it is. It's his. He does write some catchy riffs a lot of times. Like lyrically, I mean, there's better songs, but I mean, it's hard not to love it because it's so rockin'. Get that riff just right away. I want to get away. Yeah, like his. If I gotta be honest, like I wasn't a fan of the vocals in that song, but I actually liked his vocals in like for example, American Woman. He did a cover of that, and I thought that was great. Yeah, like when Lenny Kravitz covered American Woman, and Madonna was in the video. I thought that was really good. A lot of people around here are nice. You see me waving? A lot of people around here are really nice. They wave. So, to the weirdo that's trying to learn where I live and trying to extrapolate something like from that, you're not going to. FYI. Just a heads up. I know that's what the one scammer's trying to do. You're not gonna. There's only so much you can learn from that. Yeah, you're not gonna learn anything from that, man. Sorry, I hate to say it, but I guess I don't hate to say it. You know what? I actually I'm comfortable saying that. Yeah, I'm fine with that. You're not gonna learn anything from it. Yeah, but big deal. Big deal. I think it's funny the amount of people, the amount of scammers that do that. Apparently, this happened to Asmon too. So I don't remember what stream it was. But when Asmon was, I guess, doing a stream the one time in his car, because that's like the one thing you don't do. But there's not much anybody can do with that around here. And if somebody would, there's a difference between trying to show up to somebody's house who's a martial arts instructor and somebody that's Asmongold. There's a difference between the two things. And I think it's funny how, well, I shouldn't say I think it's funny. I think it's really messed up that somebody actually followed him to his house while he was streaming because he was like, I guess in the area or something, and somebody recognized him in the stream or whatever, what have you. And so like I guess they followed him to learn where he lived and stuff so that they could go and like harass him at his house or something. That's why it's not a good idea. Someone shows up in your stream in their chat and they ask you if you like live alone or something like that. Don't answer those questions, block them immediately. These are people that are thieves, and they want to learn when you leave your house so that they can go and steal things. So don't ever tell them your schedule. That's why I don't have a schedule either. Yeah, people, that's the point. And there's always somebody home at my house too. Yeah, there's literally always somebody here. Yeah, like right as I was coming in, somebody was leaving. So like that, and I'm here. So like that's the point. There's always somebody. That's why I say it's not going to do anything. Yeah, see, I saw the one person already tuned out when they realized they weren't going to get anything. So like that's the point is you guys have to realize like I've already taken the steps. I'm not going to make the same mistakes again. It's just I try to educate you guys as best I can. And just realize that I'm pretty vulnerable, and as you can see, all the stuff happening on YouTube lately, especially with my account, you can sort of start to see a little bit, I think. So I am home. I said soup, then home. I haven't decided what to label this stream yet. At the end, if this, like we're getting close, you know, just join the chat. Just ask for it. If it's something that you think I'm gonna decline in this stream, it's the sort of now that I know that we're in. I just feel like there's been times in the past because of my setup, because of the organization of things. There's been a lot of times where like things were requested and I couldn't do them. But like I said more recently in that last video, like I said, I've actually done some requests and then I'll do the requests and see these are some of the lowest viewed streams I've seen. There'll be one like, and the one like is from me. And then I'll share the post too. So like I said, you guys asked for the one where I was, kind of just sitting down more and talking more martial arts instead of necessarily doing it. And I did that. That was the whole point, was to sit down and maybe break down some more of my old videos and then talk about it and stuff. And I did that. And the entire stream, I did it. Nobody showed up for the stream. Then afterwards, it still has 17 views. It's like a few days old. It's more than a few days old. I think it's over a week old now, actually. Just thinking the last time I looked, and then I shared it as a post, and it has one like, and the like is from me. And it's still the same amount of views days later after sharing the post. So this is what I notice is I will do the content you guys ask for and then get literally nothing out of it. That's my point. You guys are asking for content and then I do it and then you just like don't watch it. Like I did we did a whole bunch of shorts to follow up the ones that got like thousands of views. To sort of really go over what those did and just sort of really, all right, these, you can look at these too. Some of them are just like 50 or 60 or so. Meanwhile, some of those are in the thousands. What's going on with that? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, some of those are just being buried and no one's seeing them. And again, they'll have like one like, which will be from me. So this is my point, is I'm doing all of these things. You guys just aren't seeing them. That's that. And so like I share them as posts and we still don't see them. I don't know what you guys want me to do except shove it down your throat even more. I keep posting. I keep talking about it in the streams. I go over it in the streams. Don't know what else to do except to just literally keep saying, you guys, you aren't watching it. It's not me. Yeah, I'm making these things. I am responding to the requests and stuff like that. You guys just aren't watching it. And I apologize that one where we started doing the nunchaku near the end and I came inside. I have to apologize because I didn't turn my Wi-Fi back on. That's why. It was all like fuzzy and blah, 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 blah at the end. The crazy thing is, I watched it back. It's not too bad now. When it was first processing, it was pretty bad. You couldn't see anything I was doing. Now it's not too bad, where like if you wanted to see kind of what I was doing with the nunchucks, you could see what I was doing. Part of the problem, though, is once the frame rate gets that bad and it starts chopping all up like that, if I'm spinning those nunchucks like that, when it's like spinning, it's gonna look like it's not moving. So it's really hard to tell what I'm doing because it's like all pixelated crap. All right, we got to go inside. Like I said, the point is to make more regular content with you guys, where we do stuff together, and also, take criticisms, take constructive criticisms, and then also take requests too. There's like no consistent chat anymore. Gee, I wonder why. Yeah, gee, I wonder why. Yeah, people talked a bunch of shit, and now they can't go back on the things they said. This is the. I am not new to this. Yeah, I'm not new to this. I've been doing this for years, guys. This I'm not oblivious to why. I'm aware. People talked a bunch of shit. Therefore, now this person's gonna look a little bit of a certain way now if they start showing up in chat because they talked a bunch of shit. This is how it goes. So now if they're afraid, if people see it, it's gonna be the sort of thing where it's like, oh, well, I thought you said this or that. What a shame. I guess people shouldn't make YouTube about drama. I guess they should make it about the content. About the content. So, inside we go. Requests. I set soup at home. Let's go inside though. You know what's crazy? This store that I went to actually has paper bag. Isn't that amazing? I haven't seen that since I was a kid. That's awesome. No, that's I like that. I've been saying that for like a while that I really want stores to start doing paper bags because paper decomposes. I'm finding all these plastic bags laying around outside and stuff. Paper decomposes. So it's like you don't even really need to, you should recycle it, but you don't, like it decomposes, so you don't really need to. So that's my point is finally I found a store with paper bags. That's kind of cool, you know? So I'm gonna get my food out of the car really quick. And go inside and talk about some stuff. Maybe I'll slap a pizza in the oven. Maybe I'll slap a pizza in the oven. I literally slap it into the oven. Yeah, it's like my arm is gonna get fully engulfed into the oven. No, that's not going to happen. You. Hello. Hey, yo. She likes to lay by this window, and she didn't really have like a little bed, so I just gave her my old Dolphins jacket. Yeah. Well, it actually really wasn't old even at the time, but she deserves it. Yeah. She deserves it. Yeah. Squawk. You heard that? That sound is a squawk. Yep. Yep, they don't meow, they squawk. Hello. Squawk. Pet me more. Pet me. Yeah, squawk. There's that squawk. Pet me more. That's what that means. Squawk. Hey, yo. Squawk, he squawk, squawk. Squawking up a storm. You're not squawking anymore. Why don't you squawk at me? Squawk. I know. More pets, please. All right, I gotta get my food inside. Squawk, squawk, squawk. Too precious. Too precious. How do you ignore a cat? How does one simply not pet a cat? No, I'm really asking. How does one do that? Yeah, how do you simply not pet a cat? How would you see a cat and then not pet it? How would you do that? What is everybody doing, by the way? Just curious. What's everybody doing? There's no consistent chat. There's all kinds of concurrency. Oh yeah, we're good. We're good. Pizza. My pizza. Seriously, what is everybody doing? What is everybody up to? What is everybody like? Coming in, leaving, coming in. Stream is laggy. Alright, well thanks for letting me know. Is it laggy now? It shouldn't be laggy now. Like, could you maybe refresh and see if it's still laggy? I reconnected to Wi-Fi, so it shouldn't be. That's the point. Is now it should be good, actually. Appreciate you, though. Alright, thank you, Night Force Gaming. Thank you. You're like the only consistent chatter anymore, it seems. Suffice stops by, too. But, yeah, like, you guys are some of the only consistent chatters, it seems. Alright. Well, that's good. Thank you for letting me know. Still a little stutter, but better. Yeah, I think there's always going to be stutter while I'm live. I think it's just the issue of the fact that I'm literally using a a mobile device. It's not a hardwired connection. So like with my computer, we have that hardwired connection. So it's just a little bit different. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Night Force. So Modern Warfare 3, huh? Good luck with that. I heard the multiplayer is good, but I heard it's like I don't know, hacker heaven right now. I don't know. I guess if you're on console, you don't have to worry too much, right? Yeah, multiplayer. Sweet, man. I've actually heard it's really good. I don't. Hackers never stop. Yeah, they never will. Certain games are way worse than others. Oh yeah, we do because crossplay. Okay. So basically, Yeah, like this is definitely an issue I ran into when playing Modern Warfare Online is just people running hacks. Not hacking you, running game hacks, you know? Like well, like instagib kind of, you know, like the snipers, the aimbots. That's it. That's what's called, aimbot hack. Yep. Aimbot. Aimbot. They're aimbot and glorin'. They're aimbotting. Yeah, if they're aimbotting though, they can see through walls. Yeah, because how would you aimbot unless you can see through a wall? For sure, man. I hear you. Yeah, I hopefully. No, I mean that's always gonna happen, but hopefully they can get that under control, and it can be a little bit better. But yeah, you're right. I mean, they're always gonna exist. They're always gonna happen. Um, Especially with newer games, you know, that are very popular, and then have microtransactions. That's what does it. Is the new games that are really popular and have microtransactions. Now that's what's doing that. Yeah, that's what's doing that. They definitely want to be there for the battle passes, for the microtransactions, for when everybody's buying the shit. Now maybe I'll put on. I'm trying to think of what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll put on. See, I don't. I could do it out here. Maybe I'll put on like a hoodie again, and then we can. I'll show you the stuff that I was showing you in the hallway before, where like the video got so choppy you guys couldn't see what I was doing with the Lang Chai Kwans, the nunchaku. Again, it's sort of a little cheesy. I don't want to use uh, I don't want to use these as a real practical sense of how you should practice with nunchaku. Um, but I do have the foam padded ones. Those are the ones I'm going to have to do stuff with anyway. I cannot demonstrate nunchaku in videos over the internet because a lot of states outlaw these things. They don't want you. They don't want kids going and buying them and taking them to school. That's really what a lot of this is. Um, and so like they don't want you making videos and stuff. So like with me with the foam ones, I think that's for the most part okay. It's just the sort of thing where they really are real. They have the real bearings and stuff, so they're going to be swinging at full speed just like the real ones are, but they're foam. If they would hit somebody, you'd get a welt. Yeah, I mean, like if I was like going to town on someone's face with the foam ones, I mean, it's a little bit different. But like if you accidentally flew off and hit you, you're gonna get a welt. That's the worst that's gonna happen. If a wooden one would fly off and hit you, you expect the impact to be very, very, very close to that of a bullet, except it's a piece of wood. It's spinning really fast, and rotations, centrifugal force, momentum, all kinds of stuff working to push that through the air. And it's aerodynamic. Nunchucks are usually pretty aerodynamic the way they're shaped and stuff. So I mean, just everything's working to. So yeah, like that's why I think it is good to that normal folks can't just buy those things because if you're untrained and you're unskilled with them, they can be very dangerous. especially in the hands of somebody that is just sort of winging them around. So again, if you guys want, I can go ahead and put a hoodie on. I'll go get that on, and I can go over that stuff again with you, and show you, basically what I was showing you again, and break it down again. But it's going to be the sort of thing where it's not like we're doing this like full speed or anything. I'm just going to be breaking this down for a video and stuff like that. Yeah, I'll show you a little bit of speed. But with the foam chucks and stuff like that, when you start spinning those things and whipping them around, I do get a little bit concerned about breaking them. So I can only go to a certain limit. I've just noticed that as I spin them around and they whip and stuff like that, I sort of look at the end and it almost looks like they might deteriorate if I continue that speed and power with them, practicing them like that way. Eventually, I think one's going to come flying off. So I don't want that to happen in the house. And it's cold outside again. So I would rather do this inside, but at the same time, we're going to be like, I'm going to try to find a spot like right in the middle of the room where I can just sort of kind of show you guys this a little bit. Again, just some basic stuff that would be a lot better than, like what I've seen out of karate with a lot of this stuff. A lot of times with the guys with karate, with the nunchucks, I'll see typically people, first of all, don't understand that these are meant as doubles. The nunchaku were never meant to be separated. So you should always use two. And it's a double-handed weapon. Okay? One of them is probably usually on your person hidden somewhere. That's the point. The point always was to make somebody think you're an idiot. And you're just whipping this one nunchuck around. Haha, I can take care of that. And then suddenly they whip the second one out and disarm your weapon. And the other one's coming around cracking you in the side of the head. So they're intended to be used together, but as, like sort of a sneaky method. And a lot of times I see, just improper practice coming from folks that really don't understand what they're doing anyway, because then the instructor that teaches them never really learned it. So, and again, weapons are just an extension of your own hand. So in karate, when it's very basic, rigid movements, that's what we're going to see with the weapon too. And nunchaku, I'm sorry, those things need to be flowing and continual movement. And you really are not using them properly when you're suddenly stopping and starting and it's rigid movement. Same goes with staff, sword, and martial arts in general. You're just not doing it properly if it doesn't flow. It doesn't stop and start. It doesn't do this. So, let me. We're almost at 400 degrees here. That's what I'm just waiting on. I'm gonna get. I'll get a hoodie on. Let me get a hoodie on. I'll just see if I can find my nunchaku here. Not sure why that happened. Why'd that happen? Who did that? Who did that? That wasn't me. Did I shut that before I walked away? That was stupid. My bad. I did not mean to do that. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Like, I have you sitting in the cabinet, and I must have just, like, done that instinctually to shut the cabinet. Yeah, give me a second. I'll put this in and we'll take a look. Take a look at what we already did here. Okay. Keep that up. Not working. That'll work. That'll work. So basically, again, these are foam. So a lot of the way we hold these, again, is going to be right like this. A lot of times, just seriously right like that. And, a lot of times when it's chambered, it's just going to be right here. Okay, so right like that. Okay. And you're just going to whip out. A lot of times it just comes straight out right like that. Just right like that. And then, you gotta, that's why I wanted to get the wooden ones. The foam ones literally will get stuck on my clothing. So that basically, you'll grab with the other hand and then flip sides. So that's how that's going to look. And then really, it's just out, down, and then that's it. What you can do, though, is you can go out, back, and then down. Out, back, down. Out, back, down. Out, back, down. Out, back, down. And again, if you want, you can whip and spin. Whip, spin, whip, spin. That's a common hit. Whip, spin. Okay? But they should flow. Okay? And then once you get to, the idea is to whip them right like that, but really a lot of times you're gonna be moving your finger up depending on what you're doing, but your hand really will stay there. Now again, with these spins, really, as long as you can get a good spin going, as long as you can, that's about all I can get with these without them like flying off the handle. So with wooden ones, you can really get a good spin going because there's a little bit more weight to them. But this one, I really got to wrench it to get the spin going. So that's when you want something a little bit heavier, but that's good. And then that's why you don't do it in the house, because you'll hit things. But yeah, it's literally just out, back, out, back, out, back. Okay. And then sometimes it'll come to the side and you just flick it down. Okay. But really it's the main one is just coming straight here. And you really just want to be able to practice switching sides. Okay, and honestly, these are not very good because they're foam. So if it bounces off your hand, which it just did, you'll miss it. Yeah, so sometimes, you know, it'll swing so fast, it'll hit my hand and bounce off. So I'll have to almost like pull it against my body. It's just because they're foam. They bounce. See? But anyway, you're holding it here or here. A lot of times when you start spinning it, it sort of kind of ends up being up here. You have more control over it, obviously. But again, you can use the other hand to grab and flick out, okay? And a lot of times what you're going to do is you're going to grab here anyway. So if you decide you don't want to come underneath and flick up, when you do that, you know, you literally, if you want to change your mind, that's the idea, is you can change your mind. That's how it's supposed to work. But really, it's about coming back to this chambered position and being able to easily switch. Also, one thing that was, I don't know why, but one thing I see a lot too is this one. This is a really slow way to do this. This thing, and if anything, it's bad practice because it's so slow and I gotta look at it and I gotta, no, just straight back. Literally just grab it. That's all you gotta do. I've seen so many people, they try to do this one and it's like, no, just grab it. It's so much easier, it's so much faster. So anyway, again, these are coming from the chambered position, okay? You can just go out and back to practice, or if you really want to start practicing and you feel like you want to add more to it, you can go out, in, back. Okay, you can start adding all kinds of stuff to it. But the idea is to that's the idea, is to have that speed down, where you can really whip it. And you won't get that you really won't get the speed with this one, because this is just foam. But a lot of it is just hitting the own body conditioning, and learning how to chamber. So then again, when we come in for doubles, we want to practice the same sort of thing. And the idea is these won't look as fast as the wooden ones. The idea is that these are foam, and that's why I don't do these inside either. We're just all kinds of hitting the ceiling now. But when a Kung Fu stylist uses these, the idea is to use Kung Fu with them and not be like, hiya, Hiya! You keep it moving. And it's also always doubles. And then, so, like, my thing is, too, is if you have a good firm hold on this, really all that matters is, yeah, the foam's starting to slide down. Really all that matters is that, that's what I was going to say is, as long as your hand, like you learn to the point where your hand doesn't migrate. Your hand shouldn't migrate. Don't let your hand slide around all over the place. You know, you have good control over the weapon. You got good control over the weapon, you know. And that's just the result of foam. This foam pad is actually shifting around. Yeah, look at that. You hear it? It's shifting around. So as I'm doing that, the thing, it's spinning. Yeah. I don't want to break anything. And again, the idea is out, back, and down. Out, back, and down. Out. And you can do these too. But out, back, down. And you can do them at the angle too, you know. You can do them just like that. Or you can do them straight like that. You know, the point is to match what's coming at you. I gotta get this piece out. Stupid me forgetting to put the Wi-Fi on the last time I did it. Stupid me. Wi-Fi. Must clean the counter. Yeah, I feel bad that we forgot the Wi-Fi the last time. Because I didn't even really go into that much detail just that I did just now even. But you guys can see how, like, ugh. I want to you guys can see how I want to get nunchucks that are wooden, like actual, would be nice. The problem is I'm just gonna have to not use them on stream. So the unfortunate thing is that I'll probably have that issue when I'm showing nunchucks, just because like that stupid foam thing keeps flying around. And there's, like I said, there's only so fast you can spin those because they're so light. It's sort of like, have you ever thrown like, have you ever gotten like one of those balls? There's like, it's like hollow and there's air in it. And then you try to throw it and you're like, this thing is so light, I'm going to throw it so, and then it goes like 5 feet. That's what spinning those is like. So the fact that I can spin them at that speed that I am spinning them at means I am really wrenching them things to get them to spin that fast. That's the point, is that it should flow So yeah, I'm putting a little bit more force behind it than I need to just to get the correct spin out of it. And it's just bad practice. You wouldn't want to use that. You'd want to use something that has correct spin. And also, you're not getting the proper body conditioning either. If you're getting the proper body conditioning with that, the idea is you are literally hitting yourself in the body with that. I mean, that's what nunchaku is. When you practice it, those things are slamming into you. So it's like full body conditioning too. Hence why Bruce Lee liked it so much, but it just goes along with fast hands and flowing movement too. So, you know, it goes hand in hand. I just realized I'm still wearing my sunglasses. I realized it when I opened the oven, because the oven like fogged them up. Yeah. I realized it when I opened the oven. Bright lights are not good to me. Yeah, I don't like my eyes have always been that way with bright lights, especially just light in general, but bright ones. So like I just a lot of times I feel a lot more relaxed when I have my sunglasses on and won't even notice. Yeah, it's just more of a relaxed feeling for me. So yeah, I almost did it again. This pizza looks really good. Where's my oh, here it is. Oh, there's like nothing left. I need a drink. I want to put my Lang Chai Kwans away. Hope you guys got something out of that, at least a little bit. At least how to hold the Lang Chai Kwans for Kung Fu. That's the idea, is to give you guys, you know, pointers. You know, this is how it works in Kung Fu versus the other styles. I clean all this up. say a drink here. I'm gonna sit down and eat my pizza with beer. Right there, guys. One sec. Thank you guys for sticking around. I see we still have concurrent. Thank you for the one remaining. I appreciate you. So, I'm gonna eat my pizza. Boot up my computer. Here, I'll boot this up. It's just cheese pizza. Pretty good though. I got it at the grocery store. Yeah, it's not like takeout or anything. So it's cheese pizza from the grocery store. So got my computer booted up. Got her all booted up, ready to go. And a Dr. Pepper. Let's see if they, should we say if they fixed the thumbnail? They probably did not. Nope, it's still the same. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see, but it's right here. It's still the same generic thumbnail that they didn't fix. Interesting stuff. So yeah, basically. So I see somebody finally somebody did like this one that I posted where I said this video that had concurrent viewers mod and chat and had several likes apparently has no views. That was the case. It said no views and I had finished it. So it just wasn't updating. The funny thing is this proceeded to say this for hours after the fact. And so like I don't know why. And then so like this is what I was talking about, guys, is like I get like one like. You guys remember the campfire story thing everybody liked? I posted that and it didn't get any likes either. So like my point is like nobody's paying attention to posts. Nobody cares, it seems. I do all these posts and nobody likes them, or like I had the channel announcement about switching the look of the stream and everything. It seemed like nobody cared, nobody was there, nobody was supporting, and I posted that too, nothing. The last time I got any likes on a post was something about how I said I was moving forward and I was going to be making more, I was training regularly and looking more forward to putting out more quality content, and the member streams we'll start doing those when we get to that threshold. That got 3 likes, so a whole 2 more than normal. And then before that, again, nothing. 1 like, 1 like, 1 like. And then the only other thing I had likes on was literally the post where I'm talking about how I woke up and wasn't feeling well. So every time I have a down, everybody likes that. That's what people are liking. This is why I say my channel is full of trolls. They all come on here and like it when I post about how I'm down and stuff. Like, that's fine. I get that likes are agreeing with it or being supportive. But this is the only time people like stuff, is when I have a negative. Not when I'm posting actual content for you. Nobody's liking it then. They're only liking it when I have a negative, when there's something negative to be drawn from it. That's when they're doing it. So, just saying, that's the pattern I've noticed. I see Nightbot spamming. Hold on, let me see if... Oh, that sounds really good on pizza. I actually really like bell peppers. I should get them again on pizza. I haven't been getting pizza that much. I've been trying to eat a little bit more healthy lately. Today was like, and then tomorrow I think we're going for pizza too. Basically, people are taking me out for. So my birthday is not tomorrow. I'm not saying what it is, but people are taking me out all throughout. You know, like I guess the weekend and stuff for my birthday and stuff. So tomorrow, in the places is I think we're going for pizza. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But and the only sugar that I use anymore for my coffee, and well, I should say most other things unless I'm baking, I guess. But the only sugar that I'm using, I don't get the white stuff. Yeah, that's what's going in my coffee. And then it's funny how everybody also assumes that because of the coffee, oh, it's the dairy in your coffee. You know, like just because I'll have a stomach virus or something. You know, people like I know what my stomach virus is, but other people are like, oh, you're just exaggerating. Yeah, okay. I just wear my sickness well, and that's just really what it comes down to. But I don't drink milk in my coffee anymore. Yep, don't really do it anymore. It's pretty much just black. I used to a lot, but just black. Well, with raw, but not that white stuff. Pizza and beer. See, I don't drink beer anymore. Pizza, wings, and beer. I don't really drink beer anymore. I don't really drink anymore. In general. Like you know, like my with even the birthday coming up and everything, I don't like. There's no plans to do that. You know. Like I think about it, it's just kind of like. I think it's I'm not sure what it is, but it just gives me a headache anymore. Especially beer, but I think it's more the beer and wine thing. I think I've fallen victim to that eventually. You know, some people just like they get a headache the moment they do it. I don't know what it is, but and we're not talking about just like a simple headache. Yeah. And then again, the same judgmental people will that know everything will be like, "Oh, it's not you're not drinking enough water, so therefore when you drink blah blah blah." And it's like I have to wait for the judgmental people to finish, you know, telling me how I'm doing it wrong before I've even told them that the entire time, every single time I drink, the other thing is always to chase with water. Like I always have water, like always. Yes, like especially if I'm out somewhere, they don't drink soda. I drink water. So they're like, "Oh, yeah, you're just dehydrated." It's like, yeah, okay, you can think that. Meanwhile, I'll keep drinking my water and not being dehydrated and knowing that's not what it is. The funny thing is, I asked a doctor about this once. I also went to medical school and asked a lot of questions and absorbed a lot because I'm academic like that. That's just what I do. I also learned a lot of that before that because I was a martial arts instructor, but I asked those questions before. I asked my one teacher a lot of questions, and she's a retired ER nurse of like 40 years or something like that. And I asked her a lot of questions, and you know, she got a lot of drunks and stuff. So one of the questions I asked her was that, You know, like, why do you know, like, why is it just some people that just get that way? And she confirmed that, yeah, it just seems like genetics or body chemistry or whatever it is. Eventually, at a certain point in life, some people just can't process it anymore, and they just get headaches and have well, some people will have other reactions. So, like, for me, it's very minor. I get, you know, my head just tells me this is not good. Yeah, we don't like this, so my body just gives me a headache. I actually get a migraine. I know how that sounds. I really do. The one time I took a sip. So I used to actually, I loved. I was a like sort of a connoisseur, where I wouldn't drink a lot, but I would do tastings. I would taste, you know, IPA and stuff. And Trogs Perpetual was one of my favorites. And I got to a certain point where, yeah, like IPAs, I could easily handle that. Yeah, I got to a certain point where, like, I was at a restaurant one time with somebody. I literally just took one sip, and I got a migraine. Migraine. We're talking about this type of thing where, like, I actually had trouble. Like, my vision was blurry, and I took one sip. We're not talking about getting drunk. We're just talking about because I had a headache. It hurt that bad. I was like irritated. Yeah, I was like driving to the gas station to get medicine because I didn't have it in the car. I keep it in the car now, but like, yeah, just I guess it was just a getting older thing. At a certain point, I realized I really just couldn't process, I guess, beer or wine anymore, and that's that. Yeah, so like, um, this is just what I was talking about in the last video. You know, just basically, you know, people ask for this or that. People ask for this or that content, and I do it, and then nobody shows up. Like I said, this is the one. People were asking for this type of content. Where's it at? People were asking for this, and then I do it. Again, Kung Fu Chat with Sifu, and then was like the start to the campfire stories. Basically, like, I told some stories during the stream, and just like 17 views, and 2 likes. Again, that's just me. There isn't 2. There's really just 1. So, like, that's my point, is like, I did this hour and a half. It's only an hour and a half. People are actually asking for shorter content too. So I did like you know, like an hour and a half stream where, like, I just talked about my martial arts. We talked about stuff, and just nobody watched it. Yeah, like, I reacted to some things, I broke things down, I talked about stuff. It's interesting, isn't it? I talked about how I was making a forum. It was going to be like mainly a kicking forum, but specifically, you know, like thrusting feet, pushing away and stuff like that, learning how to be a proper distance fighter with feet. And that was what I was going to teach, and I was working on that, and I just never finished it, because we ended up getting into other content with the channel, and that took off, and so I went with that. So now I'm possibly thinking about it again, but like the whole point was to show you guys that, like, I was even putting a form together at one point of my own, to you know, that was where I was with my level of training, where I was starting to just legitimately come up with my own sort of style, and trying to piece that together. And yeah, that's basically what would like all the Sifus and Seijos and like any other top level like and instructor title over the years where like they learned everything there was to learn and then moved on. The whole point is that like at a certain point you increase your own skill by making a style that makes sense for everything you've learned, but you have to make it like an open-ended thing that would increase even your abilities. So similar to something like what Bruce did with Jeet Kune Do. And that's kind of what I was doing, and I had even talked about that in the stream. I thought that was a really cool stream. And just nobody, like 17 views? Like that's crazy. More people watched the Katamari Reroll Plus than that one. So, that like again, I just it's almost especially all these people around me that claim to want to be into martial arts and claim to want to see more content on it, and then that's how they act. It's the sort of thing where I have to wonder, if there's like a jealousy or something like that, because like this is the pattern I've noticed where almost every time I legitimately have something to post that's like I'm talking about top level martial arts content and top level stuff. People are sort of act a certain way, like either they don't want to see it or they act like they don't see it while asking for it, and then they show up on the really easy stuff. And in some of these people that claim to want the other content will like nitpick too here and there about things, trying to claim oh, you're doing this here and there, or something like that. It's like if you really think that you know more about martial arts than me, then that's fine, whatever. But just to let y'all know, it's like I've been doing this for quite literally almost 30 years, okay? I literally have been doing martial arts for almost 30 years, so just to sort of act this way seems really weird. It just seems like that's my point, is like somebody went around, talked a bunch of shit, and know they were talking shit or something like that, and doesn't want to, sort of, I guess, admit to that. I don't know, but it's just really weird because that's the only thing I can rationalize. Like that's what would make sense to me, is if somebody's just afraid to be like, oh yeah, this is good, so that then that way everybody doesn't call them out in the comments and be like, but you said, and that's where I feel like that's what's happened is, people almost act like they don't see it, So anyway, I'm gonna eat my pizza. All right. Oh. Well, that sucks. I didn't see that other one. Sorry. Let's see, there's more blessing than encourage keeps the poison out. Yeah. Me too. Yeah, you're right. Well, that's why my head's trying to tell me no. I know that. Like that's the point, is it's trying to communicate to me you shouldn't do this anymore. Yeah, that's the point. Yeah, that's I will realize that, and you will too. And then everybody else will just get headaches and not know why they're getting them and just keep drinking and then have liver problems later on, right? I think that's the point. Is like some people will literally just take Advil or something, whatever they're doing, and keep drinking. Advil on top of the drink. It's like, some of those over-the-counter medications are actually bad for your liver. So then they'll take them to make the headache go away. And with alcohol, which is also bad for your liver. So it's crazy. You're back. Thanks for coming back. Appreciate you, Night Force Gaming. Thank you. Let me see if I can get this on. Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, I like the way, I have to admit, like, it looks, I have to admit this screen looks really detailed when I do it this way. I didn't realize it would be this detailed. You gotta give this panel props. You gotta give this panel props. Seriously. All right, I wanna maybe look at this and see if I can like figure out like quickly if there's something about the content, maybe a better thumbnail, I guess. I don't know. That's kind of why, like, the entire time I did it, I have you see this, right? Like, Windows 10 is such a piece of trash. That's why, like, the entire time I did this, like, look at how it's scaling this. Like, it's enormous. I have to do that, and that's going to be tiny when I scale it back. Like, Windows should be able to tell that this screen is so much bigger than the other one, but it just sucks at doing that. It really does. Like, Windows is just terrible. Half the time when I drag this, when I drag this from this screen to this screen, my mouse lets go of it. I have to do it, like, really quick. Or it'll, like, let go of it. And it'll snap to the screen and do the whole half screen. This has crashed my stream. Yep, I've been on stream and just trying to simply drag a window from here to here. And because Windows decided I needed to drag it faster than that, while dragging it from this one to this one, it got stuck. Did the half screen while I was streaming with this game, full tilt, blah, 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 so on and so forth. It crashed Windows. Windows could not handle this. This was a while back. I think this was before the, No, this was after the video card. Yeah, no, it was. It was before an update, but as you can see, I still had issues. See how it gets, like, stuck on the edge? You have to, like, really drag it over. And then this is after me rescaling it. It normally looks like it's just really enormous. Windows 10 has just terrible scaling issues. Alright, so I'm gonna get the sound on too. I gotta switch that. So I do have a sound card in here, so, like, that's why sometimes when you guys can't hear my sound, I have, like, a really good sound card in here. So, like, that's the point, is I actually have to physically go into that software and switch it, because it's not through Windows. Wow. Yep. So also, XSplit has been doing this. See this? My mic should come on. XSplit has my mic, has some mic built into something, turned on all the time, and it's doing it through Windows. Yeah, like the scammer that ran a scam and has been trying to hijacking my XSplit. They will randomly turn on, using the administrative things. They will randomly turn on my mic and not let me do this. It's plugged in. There's nothing wrong with it. This has been ever since that switch where we moved the stuff over to here. Yeah, XSplit cannot. And it's Windows that's deciding XSplit. Yeah, I'll literally go in here to the sound options, and in Windows, it literally says it literally has XSplit's thing there. So because XSplit mods Windows, it's wrong. That my sounds like this is. Watch, I'm gonna prove something. Imagine that. Nothing wrong with it. Notice how I didn't unplug it from the back. I unplugged it from here to show you guys that it was plugged in. Yeah. This is how trash Windows is. It's because of XSplit. And XSplit causes all kinds of problems for Windows too. But then you report it to XSplit and they just blame Microsoft. So it's like, well, it's up to them to report it. So it's like, this is the kind of shit I deal with all the time. It's absurd. It really is absurd. I can sit here all day and talk about problems I deal with Windows all the freaking time. That's just one. So is it because it takes too long to get started? Here, I'm gonna show you guys what you can do to help me out. Mods can help me out with this. If you see that I forget to do this, because remember, my function to clip things doesn't work. And I know how crazy that sounds, but I've reported it to YouTube countless times. Doesn't work. I cannot clip something. I can only re-upload. I can only take a clip out and re-upload it. I can't remove a clip. And then before it was the other way around. And I know how to do this. I've done it before. I used to do it years ago. I'm not an idiot. I also know how to Google something. Yeah, I know how to get on YouTube and look something up. It's pretty simple. I literally can't do it, and I've reported this to YouTube. Somebody's just messing with my account. And I think it's YouTube employees. Yeah, I think they can't figure out what is happening, so they just harass me. I think that's what they're doing. Yeah, nobody cares. YouTube doesn't want you to know either. If it's actually happening, there's no way they'd want you to know that. So this is what mods can do to help me out. What I was going to say is sometimes I forget. So we'll see where this starts. So this is all you got to do. Okay. 55. So we'll put 54. So we'll put video starts at 0:54. So now what that does, video starts at 0:54. If you type that correctly, what that'll do is when you click that, no matter where we are in the video, let's say we're here, right in the middle.
We call that a front snap.
Let's say we're right here in the middle. If we click that link, it'll start us right here.
Hey everyone, sorry if you were staring at.
So like that's what mods could really help out with, that you all could do very, very easily, is, you know, just if you notice that it takes me a little long to get started, I might forget this by the end of the stream. There's a lot going on. There's probably a lot of problems I dealt with. That's a great opportunity. I'm probably tired too. Sometimes I go to sleep and do the thumbnail. Like, really, sometimes it really is just, if I do the thumbnail now, I know I'm going to have problems, so I'm just not going to bother. That's why. I have so many issues with thumbnails. You guys saw it earlier. And it's just getting worse. YouTube does not care. If anything, YouTube's doing it. Yeah, they're trying to harass me. They don't want me on their platform. I don't know. It's the way it seems. But all you got to do, guys, is type, you know, like starts at, you know, like this one was 54, and it'll start it there. And that would really help me out a lot, because then, you know, people that don't like long starts can see that comment and they'll be like, thank you, you know.
Wait for a good minute there. You know, it sort of starts up until I have everything running. So my fault, and you know, like basically, it's gonna look like I don't know when to start talking and know when to start my stream every time I start the stream. So I figure I basically.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, when I start a stream, should I show you guys what happens? When I start a stream, should I show you? It just starts. Yeah, there's no like precursor. When I start my stream and then go into YouTube, it's already going. Does that make sense? When you go into YouTube, it's supposed to say start stream. You bring up the YouTube thing. Like when you start your stream, like let's say you have XSplit or you have Streamlabs or you have OBS. When you start your stream, you're supposed to be able to then go into, the control panel in your YouTube studio, and start it from there. It's not supposed to just start, and it's always done that for me. Every once in a while, it doesn't do it. Yeah. Yeah, every once in a while, it doesn't do it. But, like, it's every time. So that's what I was talking about there. Basically, when I start a stream, I can't start it. There will always be a certain amount of space because it's just going. It never, like, lets me start it after the fact. So that whole time I'm sitting there, what I'm doing is opening up YouTube, actually starting the stream. Meanwhile, I've started it in my streaming software, and it's because XSplit is a piece of garbage and doesn't communicate properly with YouTube. So therefore, it's just already going, and here I am sitting in front of there just doing other things to start the stream, and it shouldn't be going. That's the point. So when I do this, the hell? Oh, that's this stream. Can I switch? That'd be funny if I could switch. I can switch. basically when I'm in here, I could start it as a private, but the moment I hit this button, start broadcast, that's it. It's going. There is no there's nothing else. So like the entire time it takes me to wait for the bit rate to go up to the proper number, the entire time it waits for, the entire time I'm waiting for YouTube control panel to open up, the entire time I'm getting in there making sure the sound works, that whole time it takes about a minute to do all that. I could have just started the stream when I was ready. So like just always problems that people go to my channel and they probably think I don't know what I'm doing or something like that, where it's just that sort of thing where it's functions that have literally never worked about XSplit, where it's a piece of garbage software. This thing is trash, and you pay money for this. This is like $100 a year. It's trash. When I click a button to switch scenes, it like takes forever. Wait. Now it's loaded. Oh wait, no. Now it's loaded. Yeah. That's how long before I can, after clicking the scene, that I can actually click them. Now can I drag? Oh, I can actually drag it around. That's a miracle. Click back. I have to wait. Now I can click. Oh, yep, there finally chat showed up. So imagine like that's the delay I have to wait for. So when I click a button, I have to wait that long before I can click anything else, otherwise the whole thing crashes. And then here's their solution. They go, oh, you have too many things. Your list is too long. So what they do is they hack into my system and use their stupid developer software to just delete everything. I have come into XSplit before with everything deleted. And that was their solution to fix XSplit because I was calling it trash and stuff. That's what they did. That's why I got so mad too. Because they assumed it was me. So that, of course, does nothing. Yeah, it didn't fix it. XSplit continued to be a piece of garbage. So they have an endless list here, yet while claiming this list is what causes the problems, yet you can have me add endless things, and then at the same time, if these things are turned off, why are they loading? Yeah, this shouldn't matter if these things, they're all turned off. So what's the problem? Right, your software has too much resources, it bogs it down. Yeah, it's crap. Yes, exactly, poorly coded. Like, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that if you want to switch scenes during a stream and you're also running a game, you can't have it so that there's a 5-second delay from when you click the button and it actually switches, and then another 5 seconds between when you can actually click things. You just can't do that. That is crap software. And if I don't do that, the software crashes and I have to end task it. That's what happens.
For being honest with you guys, pretty much every time I start the stream, it's already started by the time I'm in the studio, like YouTube's studio thing. XSplit just sort of starts it. I've changed this a million times, and it's pretty much never worked. So, just so you guys know, like if you see that happen, and I'm just sitting there, it's the sort of thing where I've started it, but I really haven't started the stream, to be honest. we're going to talk about maybe talk through comments or something too. But anyway, as you notice, we have a couple of pictures there. The one right up here, that's just me, like right in the middle of the school, and then to the other side, to the right there, you can see my school, and that's the school that I used to run and taught at. You know, just every day that it was open, I owned it. I ran it eventually. It was passed on to me. So originally when it opened, somebody else owned it, and then my instructor who owned it passed it on to me. So that's what happened with the ownership there.
Oh, I think I'm eating I think I'm eating ramen here too.
I have not eaten really anything. I don't know why I just don't really need a headset for what we're doing. I don't really need one.
Here's the crazy thing. People have asked me to eat on stream too. There you go.
So let's watch this. Pull this up on the screen. There's a couple of things I want to talk about from like old content and new content and stuff like that.
I hope you guys can hear okay.
Okay. So let's bring this. There it is.
I don't see anything wrong with this. Like, I'm just sort of going through my content like normal.
Alright, I gotta bring this up in the window for you guys.
Yeah.
I finally have it up.
Introduction.
That's the sort of thing where like YouTube just sometimes is a real challenge to even play my video. Been really weird lately.
I actually really like my stance in that picture, I gotta be honest. That one. I actually
Okay.
really like my stance in that one. Gotta be honest.
So this is something that I had planned to finish. It was a work in progress. It is something that I didn't finish. I was putting together basically just my own form that I was going to teach. That this was supposed to be that sort of thing for people that wanted to obtain the knowledge and know how to be a really good kicker, but with Kung Fu. Because there really isn't, like, a lot of, like, we talk about kickboxing and Muay Thai and stuff like that. It's very, a lot of that stuff's very linear. And so, I thought it was really cool to, try to, maybe put something together that showed, the Kung Fu side of things, maybe just sort of the bigger picture on kicking and how it works and how you can use it. And this is an advanced level form. So realize that there might be some things in this where it's like you're watching this and it's like, what was he doing? Why is he doing that? It looks a little goofy. We're going to talk about that. So yeah, this was 11 years ago. So let's read the description here. It says
11 years ago.
This is an advanced kicking form that I am putting together. It will contain elements of Kung Fu, Muay Thai, monkey, crane, dragon, and possibly more. Keep in mind that this form is nowhere near done and that the current movements will be perfected more before I complete the form. Thank you and enjoy what I've put together so far. So I didn't finish it yet. This was, I think I was still working on this when I still had the school, and I was, really heavy into my own training and improving myself past that point even further.
I gotta be honest, I think I figured out what it is. I'm a little disappointed in people. Yeah. I don't know. I think I know what it is, but I think I'm accurate. It's sort of what kind of a lot of times has always been for me. In school, I was picked on for this. As I got older and out of school and stuff, people couldn't do this anymore. Because like everybody frowns upon this sort of thing, so you can't do it as much. But like in school, when you're white, it's not. I guess people don't care as much. I don't know, but flat out, that's what like all the time. Kids would literally just be like, "Oh, you're so white." They would say something like that. It's exactly what they would say. But you, and I'd be like, well, so are you, and they'd be like, but no, but you're just so white, you know. It's racist. I mean, you wouldn't dare say that to somebody else. Yeah, you wouldn't dare. So that's my point. Is like, and this was a lot. I really do think there's a lot of racist people out there. And it goes both ways. And I think that when somebody sees somebody that's like, so I'll admit I had the colors slightly off on this one. So like that was my fault for just miscalibrating this. Especially around this time, I was messing with some of the colors and stuff and like the stream settings and stuff. This is literally just that I removed, I think, some saturation, and it ended up making it look like I was that white, even though I'm really not. I was just so white for some of these, and yeah, like it looks sort of unnatural, but it's literally just because once again the black walls, and then I was messing with some of the colors, so people are just that judgmental. I really think it has a lot to do with it. I don't know if you noticed now that I switched my stream to like the new room and stuff. A lot of the people that used to be in the chat really aren't in the chat anymore, and a lot of the views have been diminished, and I'm sort of wondering why. And I'm wondering, because a lot of times that's because somebody was talking crap, they were saying all kinds of stuff, and then you did something to prove them wrong, so now they can't really say anything anymore. So you know what I mean? Like, I wonder how many people were trying to say, oh yeah, like this guy's martial arts instructor and he's so unhealthy, he's this white, or something, like, just talking trash. I've actually seen some of the things people think that I haven't seen too, but that would fit the bill, is because the lighting is obviously in here. And for the people that come by my streams like here and there, they don't see the ones where I'm in the car and you can clearly see natural lighting versus the one that I was I showed you guys the light I used to use, plus the light on this camera is just white. So it's because of the lighting is really all it is. So yeah, I can imagine people running. I think honestly, even as I'm sitting here, I can imagine people like just thinking those things.
So the next step then would to be, make my own style, make my own thing. And, I was always a kicker. I was always natural at that. So why not go with that, right?
Hopefully it's not
So,
what I'm saying.
with that being
but
said, let's watch this.
it wouldn't surprise me. So you guys probably can't even. Can you even really see that? Probably can't even see that. But yeah, like the point is, I'm breaking it down. So I break this whole thing down. And then we watch some Snow Tiger and I break that one down.
Went through all of that to get it. So you don't get it.
Yeah, we get some Snow Tigers.
So as you can see, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, like basically just reviewing some of my other martial arts stuff. You know, like just some of my other martial arts videos that we, did. And that other people weren't watching. Well, a lot of times they'll watch them, but then not hit the like. Like that one had a few hundred, I think. See what this is what YouTube does. You can't even watch my own video half the time.
That's actually pretty slow for me. I'm slowing that down there.
Yeah, just going through some old stuff. And I just talked for a while, I think.
Designed. I hate to say it, but for... Yeah, it's sort of like...
It's sort of like...
The best way
I like analogies.
though. You know, like that guy that spent
That's how we learn. We learn from analogies.
nearly 90 grand, you know, fixing everything around his car, you know, just everything from the ground up, and put like 90 grand into a 7 grand piece of junk. That's the guy that probably knows about cars, and his car's probably faster than the Ferrari.
Oh yeah, the the analogy relating it to people that actually know about cars versus people that say they know about cars. There's like a huge gap. I know it's the same. It's the same thing with computers. You have your people that pretend to know about computers and think they know about computers, and then they just get so many things wrong and do so many things wrong, and then that's similar with same thing with martial arts. That's what we're talking about.
Because you probably tuned it that way.
Yeah, like that's the point. Is like anybody that doesn't really that thinks they know more than the other guy, they will just think that was the whole point. They'll just think that the Ferrari is the like their Ferrari's faster basically, but while not realizing it's like the guy that spent all this time and all this money putting 90 that's what I was saying, putting 90 grand in his car and tuning it finally. That's the guy that his car is probably faster than that Ferrari. He probably knows way more than you do. Buying your showroom car. Yeah, because that's the point, is like he probably put a lot of it together versus the guy that just bought it at the showroom.
Through when you learn martial arts, and I spent a lot of time learning it and breaking through those walls, and I know exactly what it feels like to be in those positions because I went through it. So yeah, anyway, this wasn't supposed to be like a super long stream or anything.
And then I continued talking for another half an
Manufacturing
hour.
place, they made like flatbed trailers. So I was in labor to just like
Oh yeah, and then there's our campfire story. Yeah, like that's the point is I thought it was a pretty good stream. And I honestly feel like this has happened a lot, but I just like I don't know, like I know I'm saying it's this or it's that because that's just because I'm honest. I feel like it is. And I just feel like it is. I think my phone's about to die though, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. It just warned me it's about to die. I don't want to lose you guys. But I think I might here. Yeah, I think I might lose you guys. I mean, I appreciate you guys being here. Night Force Gaming, you were here the whole time. Appreciate you. I just really want to understand. I feel like a lot of folks are just being really unfair, and then I also feel like I'm being judged half the time. So like it's hard to tell, you know, what's legit and what isn't. And also, you know, I don't really care if they're judging me. It's just I need to know. I feel like if I know that, I can, you know, like just check that off the list. I'll just move forward. You know, I know that. Like just people being more honest. You know, if you're a troll, well, the trolls typically just show themselves. Some of them are silent though. So yeah, it's like, I appreciate you guys that do support me. But you know, like I also know that there's a lot of folks that are really busy that support too. Well, yeah, I know that is what a lot of it is, and a lot of them are subscribers that sort of jump from channel to channel. Let's see if I was gonna see if I could try to get my charger on here really quick, but I doubt it's gonna happen. Yeah, I don't know that I'll make it in time. That's okay. We can end the stream. You're right though, Night Force Gaming, that's what a lot of it is. And I gotta be honest, oh shit. Oh, there it is.